Okay, should be live, hopefully. A little bit of an unannounced stream. I just had some time, so I decided to stream myself producing a little bit, having fun with a new project. As you can see, this is very early on in the production stage. I just have this one loop. I'm making some high tech today. Hopefully you guys enjoy high tech as much as I do. It's something that I don't often produce, and you guys definitely don't know me for it, but I've been enjoying making tutorials for it, and I want to do more of it. One of the reasons why I'm doing this now is because of the experimenter channel that I recently started, or not the channel, the SoundCloud page. Let me find it. I want to start posting on this SoundCloud page here. Right now I'm just posting like challenges and stuff, but anytime I have like a passion project that isn't really in the style of Projector, I'll also post it here. Hello, EG. I'm sorry for butchering names today, as I'll always do. Either way, I'm just going to get started with some production. I'll first play the loop so you can hear what we're working with. If you guys have any recommendations or stuff like that, I know there's a few people now in here that's also like regularly produce faster music. I'd love to hear recommendations and stuff like that on the production, because obviously I'm not normally somebody who makes high tech. So I'm just going to try to like figure it out and stuff like that. I do want to do more of it because it's a good way to do productions. Wait. My bot is not working. I saw the command in the chat. I'll quickly get the bot to work. Hopefully it wakes up soon. Because it only responds if it's... Why am I logged out? Wait, there I am. Dashboard. There should be a message from Stream Elements popping up as soon as I go live, telling me that the bot is working. But for some reason it isn't. Maybe Stream Elements has a bit of a problem. I can just send you the response for the command for now. I do really appreciate you wanting to tip me. Chatbot. Can I just manually turn it on? Command variables. Can I just say hello, you need to turn on or something like that? There it is. Now it's working. It just needed some time to wake up. Either way, I'm just going to experiment with the loop that I have here and make it a little bit better, a little bit longer. I'll probably do like a fill in here, little kick fill, something like that. Let's see, maybe like a double kick here. Now anytime you're writing a command, it should work. So if you want to tip me, then you can. Whoa, I'm late. You're just 4 minutes late. Which isn't that much, if you think about it. Not a fan of the snares here. Maybe I'll just leave it without the snare then. Now it's very, very empty here, which is good, because then we can add a unique element. I want to try something with like vocal chops. Maybe I find a good vocal and do some vocoding on it. I recently did get some new samples. Maybe there are some vocals in there. This does not seem to have any vocals unless it's in there. Psychedelic Intelligence kit. Does that come with vocals? Vocal hit.
Baseline. Music. Killer. Space is limitless future and its prospects are infinity at the space is limitless future. Revelation. Once again.
Not really the kind of vocals that I'm looking for. Informers, there are sounds that are... Yeah, I don't really know a lot of high-tech tracks. It's not something that I have done like a deep dive into yet. I should spend some time actually looking up some different tracks and seeing what I like.
We are ready. Hands up in the air.
Und jetzt schön hart, baby. Und jetzt schön hart, baby. They come back of the hero.
Yo, check this out.
Just keep rocking.
Let the bass kick.
Let it roar.
Let's go crazy.
This is all like normal EDM vocals, I guess.
Back again. Clap your hands.
Kicking up. Kicking up.
I guess this can work.
Kicking up. Kicking up. Kicking up. Kicking up. Kicking up. Kicking up. Kicking up.
Obviously we need to enhance that with some crashes. I'll like copy over these things here.
Kicking up.
I guess this is more of like a main drop kind of thing, right? With all of the hi-hats and stuff in there already. So this would probably not be the start of the drop. We'll move it further back. Maybe like here. As I said, I don't know anything about it, so maybe this is structurally not the right thing to do. Let me know if I need to like change things, but I'm thinking of just doing like kick here and then start with maybe the snare here. This would just be like the normal bass line, like this. And we'll start with some like effects, atmosphere, stuff like that. Actually, let's start with the hi-hats. I think that's like the more common way to do it. This does not have the MIDI for it. I need to duplicate the MIDI. I did some cool stuff here with Serum Effects that I need to send MIDI to, so that the note on randomness works. You can ignore this. I just have one that is on the audio in, and then I'm using randomness for panning and level. That just gives a extra little bit of vibe to the hi-hats. For some reason it always seems to be panned right now. It's panned a little bit right at the start. There's probably better ways of doing this. Right, with the randomization, so that I don't have to send MIDI to it. First of all, I want this to be band in the center when we get here. Who make no melodic elements at all in their songs, which upset me. Find a way that is super. It would be cool to do some maybe melodic elements in the intro, stuff like that, but I think I want to stick with like effects, atmospheres and stuff like that. We can do chords and atmospheres in different notes to create slow melodies almost. In fact, we can start with that if we want to. Create some cool atmospheres. Start maybe like here. Have a cool idea. No, wait, I want to do this in Vital. I have a short coming out on this technique that I'm going to show. So we start with a window. All my windows are down here. I'm gonna go for number 2, which is the closest one. If you have my wavetable pack, you can follow along with this. Then I want to set up ring modulation. Oop. Also, we want our phase randomization off. You can see that it's already windowing it, which is nice. We can give this a bit of unison. And then I want a little bit of attack. Would be nice if you could see the length of like a beat in here, because I want this to, I guess we don't need a envelope. We can do it with macros if we really wanted to. Let's do that. We go up by 2 octaves on this guy and then we modulate downwards. Also, this doesn't have to play. And then we make like a strong bandpass. That was the idea that I had. And this then goes like this, I think. No. Oh, I can do that with a normal EQ. When I'm not mixing, when I'm just producing, I just tend to use these normal EQs here. Most of the time they are good enough for whatever you want to do with them. Need to go, sorry. Thank you for stopping by. Unfortunate that you cannot stay longer, but got to do whatever you have to do, right? I don't remember what the trick was. This is a cool trick though, I like the... You can go maybe like this, up here. We'll have some atmosphere in here that's going to extend the whole way, I guess. I want to do one of those frequency shifter mid-range kind of atmospheres. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but I hear them a lot in other people's tracks, so I'm just going to copy the idea. I think the idea is that you place this on like the bass register, and then you throw on a shifter and just pitch it or frequency shift it up by like that, but it should be low pass. Something like that. This can be very wet, I guess. We'll have a few different short synth snippets play towards the end here, so that we can already prepare the listener for a few more synths in here. And then this is really where it starts to go crazy, right? Not a fan of the vocal now. Listening back to it, it's always, you always have to leave those kind of elements a little bit of time for them to actually work. And if they don't work, then just remove them, or at least bypass them, so that you know that it's not really what you want to do. I guess in the wavetables the FM morphs also work well. If I can find the right one. That's kind of like a high-tech, gritty lead, I suppose. I think I want to start here with a background element. I'll keep on working with like the atmospheres in this part, but I want to do like a background lead or background sequence. Maybe I'll go for something gritty, but I'm just going to start off experimenting with the bandpass plugs, kind of the traditional way. Actually, we can remake the patch that I have going for another short video tutorial. I filmed a lot of shorts this morning. I filmed like 7. This is one of them with like a gritty bandpass plug thing. Go like this, and then note on random. You get something like that. We can tone this down a little bit. And then re-trigger, and then this. This is too high. I keep accidentally hitting Control S for save, so the project stalls a little bit. A little bit too strong for now. Saving by mistake, yes. I want to hit Control D for duplicate, but it's... I just fat finger the S. Welcome, by the way. Oh, Crest and Dash. Welcome. Yes, a good mistake. It's a good thing. With the stability of Ableton, you never know. Here I can go for, again, in the wavetables, the bandpass sweeps number 1 is really good. Microsound loops. What are microsound loops? Very detailed, subtle loops. Pink noise loops. EP by Microsound. It's like textures and background elements and very quick loops of sound so it oscillates. Ah. Oh yeah, the kind of thing that you do with the sampler here. If you take like even like a vocal like this, you just go like loop, right? Here. I guess it depends on the kind of texture that you would go for. Maybe this is the best to do with like a Foley loop almost, which I should have some cymatics Foley stuff, right? Freebies. Which one is the long one? This, right? Yeah, now we need to tune this. Right now I'm pressing a C. Needs to be shorter for sure. This is an F0 and am I in the same register? I'm pressing C3, so I want to go 3 octaves up with this then. D, C sharp, or is this also C sharp? It's like close, it's not exactly tuned the same. And obviously it needs another semitone down to be at C then. Which now it isn't. I guess you can create some cool stuff if you... Let's see. Let's see if I can set it up. I would like to modulate this, but I want to do it in a very specific range. The way I would do that is Max for Live, the mod pack, and then I'll go into... Actually, this does not have everything. Max for Live audio effects, right? Yeah, I want a fader, and then I want an LFO. So I go here, map this to the fader itself. This is going to be an input of 1. And this will have like a very low maximum, and then I can also lower this maximum. And then I can randomize this at 16 notes. So it always sits very low there, and this is then going to go to the length. I just switched in. Can you give a short example of your bass line? Curious about your high-tech approach. My kick and bass, like this. I took a kick from my kick pack, made it shorter. This is the old kick pack still, so this is already up for people to buy. It started with this one. Made that shorter so that it's a little bit higher pitched. I then went C sharp 1. I'm not a normal high-tech producer, so if this is wrong, tell me. My bass line is standard saw wave, phase at 178, no randomness, and then the envelope on the filter as usual, no effects, goes through M freeform phase, which is my standard way of processing bass lines, and then it goes LFO tool. Then projector making high-tech. Yes. I'm triggered by the troll title. That's the goal. Getting people angry by the title, and then they'll come here and comment on it. Everybody will say, no, you're wrong. And then they'll keep watching, and then I get a lot of viewers. 1.911 seconds. Milliseconds. Yes. The problem with that is this is not in milliseconds, this is in percentages of the whole sample. So I would need to know the length of the whole sample and then calculate the percentage of that. That's not something that I'm going to do. It does sound really cool what we have now though. Let's listen, right? That's pretty cool. What I would probably do is add a arpeggiator in front of it. So that it makes it a little bit shorter. Obviously it's way too quiet now. Oh yeah, sorry, by the way, I should wish everybody welcome. Samuel, Shiv Bala, Magic Panda, Sonic Flux. Anybody else that I need to greet? I don't think so. Thank you all for joining. We'll have this in front. If you do it halfway, it should generate it off. Now it's the same. If you do it like this, it has like the click in it. I don't know which I like more. We could maybe even like morph between the two from 0 to 50. Oh, it's the automation for Max for Life, which is always like this, stepped. Very annoying. But there's a Bitwig user in the chat, so I won't say anything about it. Let's do like a little kick fill here with MIDI, so we can do the like speed up thing. You go like this and you unsync it and then just play a C note. It's kind of a standard way of doing it, I guess. I have a reverse kick in here that we can use. Sounds like 56k dial-up. Yeah, there's the telephone sound. This is really common in high tech as well, isn't it? I think I want to continue here with the same idea, with the same sounds, like these ones. Remove the other sequence that we have. I'm going to fix this up and make this nice later. I'll just remove the fill so I know that I need to work on those. And here we'll do something different as well. Also, it sounds like the kick and pitch envelope is taking too long to reach the punch, around 150 Hz for the tempo. If I am doing things wrong here with the kick, it's not really something that I can change because I'm using samples. I can remake a different kick if we want to. We can give that a try. As I said, today I'm learning. It says that I'm the best in the world in the title, or at least the best. But that's not actually the case. That's a joke. We can experiment a little bit with kick synthesis specifically for high tech, I guess. Let's start off with our envelope, which then probably is going to look somewhat like this then for the volume. Then this can be a 16 note for the whole pitch envelope, I guess. Like this. Have a listen. key is this in? This is too low. You want it like that, and then you want to go lower, I guess. And then you can create your click like so. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's to just not have the little sidechain in here. For one, let's make this hit 0. It's missing its oomph. Maybe I'm not going low enough with the kick. Why are we getting... Ah, this needs to be envelope. Also, I can set this to 16 notes and just use the whole thing. Don't worry about the volume, I'll fix that later. Let's see on the equalizer where we get at. I'll resample this and see if that works. Just so that I can see the waveform. I'm probably still doing things wrong here with the kick synthesis. I know it's not the best method for people to follow what I'm actually doing. Like, people like to just see kick 2 and they'll be able to help me more. But this is how I like to do kicks. And highs, transient shaper brings out the clickiness. Yeah, we can add some grit to it, I guess. Edit. We'll bypass this. I'm going to set this to linear phase mode because I quite like the phasing that we already have. Oh, settings. Ah, this needs to be after that. Toolbar. Go up here by like 6 dB and then down the same amount. A bit too much. You like to crank it pretty strong and then mix it in. Let's see. I'm thinking we should do what's it called? Asymmetrical distortion then, right? Because we want the warmth of the saw wave to stay. So we go here and then just do some kind of asymmetrical stuff. Now obviously this is full band, so I would go with the multi-band version of that actually. Edit. Let's get 3 bands. And then we'll just do like the middle one from 100 Hertz. Again, I want this linear phase because I quite like our phasing so far. Just setting up kind of like a random shape almost. What could be cool is to use a modulator here. And then there's a way to do like a custom shape in here, I guess. Yes, perfect. This should be unipolar modulation now. Or do I need to go down then? What's that? I don't want that. Is it still recording? No. And we should sync this 16 notes. Okay, that doesn't do what I wanted to do. If you have the brain black box, I do have the black box. But the black box is full band, isn't it? Or is there like a high pass filter that I'm unaware of? Mix. Because I don't think I want to distort the fundamental, do I? I can crank this and put it in like parallel. Bit of extra EQing. Try out for fatness. That gives a bit of a strange tone, I guess. Don't worry, I'm going to resample the bass once we're like ready with it. Now it goes -8. Is this a better kick now? I don't know if I like this more in terms of the sound or the tonality of it. I need to redo all of the fills then as well. I mean, I can replace it, but I want to keep the original for now. And there's no way to replace per track in Ableton. At least I don't think. I like that that has a little bit more punch. Maybe we can EQ that back in. Kind of like a shape like that, I guess. Check the back box post on the scope. All right. does add some fatness. I don't really like the sound of it, to be honest, when it's like fully up. Maybe like this. There is post ringing. Too cranked. You said crank it fully, no? Maybe I misread that. Yes, I did misread that. I also think that this could use a little bit of extra high end. Like that, and then we can have this click sit a little bit more there. Let's clean this up now. Also, the saturation isn't active until you hit the in-out button. What? This? Isn't this for where the... I've never known that. Ah. I seem to get some warmth from it though. Ah, obviously our kick is no longer going in here because it's the wrong channel. So we go here. No? It's this one. Yeah, I'll phase align it for now. Let's go like this, and then we phase align on the sample itself. Ah, it is phase aligned. I just need the LFO tool here. Do we want a bit more oomph? A little bit more low end? I guess that can work. It is very unintuitive that the saturation unit would not have saturation by default enabled. High-tech staple is in the bass is a boosted third harmonic, second octave of the fundamental. The third harmonic is not the second octave. The third harmonic is one octave and a perfect fifth. This is C sharp. This is G sharp. This would be, the fourth octave would be, what's it called? The fourth octave would be like, the fourth harmonic would be the second octave. Third harmonic not including fundamental. Ah, so the fourth. Okay. I don't know if I like the sound of that. Maybe before all of the phasing stuff. The third overtone. Yeah, I think when you're talking about harmonics, you start counting with the fundamental, and overtones you count without the fundamental. Right? -2. Okay, so now we need our kick here. We don't need that anymore. I'm going to leave all of the old stuff in there. Now I need to make this. And here I have double and these. Are these all the same volume? No. This is 0, these are -2. Okay. -2. We'll throw on our reverse thing here, which I'll just replace, that's no big issue. Like so. It's actually phase lined this with this here. Do it in the FFT editor, it feels like the bass has more power in the mid-range. You do like this. I can't do it here now because I would need to resample it. So I would indeed do it in the FFT editor then, which you would go here, up a bit, and then this one down. Or would you remove this one? I do like this. Thanks, Projector, for the masterclass. You're welcome. Glad you enjoy it. Once I get the hang of high tech, I will also make a masterclass for that, maybe. No, that would be unfair. Here I want to try something hopefully cool. Make like a little fill that's not really in the right spot. Also, yes, I need to replace all of these things now, because it still has the groove in it. I don't have any automation on it, so for this part I can just go like this, and then here I go... How do I do that? Is there a way to, without having to change that up? I don't think so. I guess I can just make the pattern again. I just need to be careful here, what I'm doing there. This has no bass there and there. Or some bass here. Right there. What's happening there? I'm removing, okay, this and this. Perfect. Like that. Duplicate, duplicate. I can make it this thing. I can remove this. Let's finalize this here then. And then I guess in terms of structure, I'll go back in here to a little bit of a calmer piece. So I can switch out the synth and go to something new. Otherwise it starts to get boring after a little while, I guess. Of FM and lead phrases in polyrhythmic patterns is the key. Okay, we can try that here. Let's do some experimentation there. Hello MindB, S6 Productions, welcome. Let's do some sound design. Done with the sound design. No, it's I want to do something crispier, I guess. It's a good place to start. I guess we can do that trick that Ollie once showed, where you go like this, and then you set this to whatever key it is that you're working in, which for me is 34.6. Maybe this is not the right starting tone. The idea is there. It's maybe a bit too complex of a tone here. Maybe I need to double the frequency of the modulator instead. Ah, no, wait, that's it. Let's go back to the old version. And then you go higher up. This is kind of like a classical way of doing it. And I think the way that you would like to play with this, to randomize it, is to create a bunch of MIDI notes doesn't really matter where they are. They don't even have to be in key. I just kind of generate a bunch of random MIDI notes. And then I go MIDI, arpeggiator, random other, and then you can something like this, and then obviously you can change the length of it if you want. We can resample parts of that actually. Let's use this as like our pattern. We go 3 times, and then we automate this as well, going up and down. Actually, is there a way to quickly create like a chaos oscillator effect for this in Ableton? I think the only way that I know how to do this is if you go like this, you set this to random smoothing all the way, and this also random smoothing all the way. What you can do is assign this to the speed for this and this to the speed for this, which goes crazy, both of them. And then you can make this lower if you want to. And then as a side, we can take this and set it here. And this is kind of like a random oscillator at this point, like a chaos oscillator. I want to go a little bit up, a little bit lower. And if you want a bigger range, we can go lower even still if we want to. I can just take this, Control C, the whole of it, Control V, and then go like 2 octaves lower. Let's, for our resampling purpose, let's go like this and then this. And we assign this X point to telephone number 2, all the way one way. And then we can re-trigger it. Note on random on the wavetable position to get different tones per trigger. That's a good idea. We go with the basic shapes, I guess then, the normal one. Maybe a little bit too chaotic, but we'll see. Once we resample it, we can actually judge that. So let's record this. And now I would need to cut it up and create different little bits from it, right? The digital wavetables work well for this. I guess we can do a few takes with a few different sounds and a few different starting points. Digital, I don't know, it's kind of at random. Does it really change that much? It doesn't, right? It's the main texture comes from here. So we'll keep this like higher. Very loud now. Ah, that's why I was hearing it. It was still on the other one. Yeah, we'll do all of our facts later. Let's consolidate all of these so that they're nice and loud. I just want a few different like synth riffs so that we can cut them up, choose them, and do all of the stuff that you said before to do. Nice big lag spike there. High pass filter sweeps. Yes, all of that will include once we get to... Actually, you know what? We can do one with the high pass on it. That is a good idea. Go to high pass, nice big resonance. And then obviously we'll change the tone later on. Filter sweep phases French is baked into the resample, so not exactly the same. That's how you achieve the glitchy aesthetic. Ah. Well, we'll do a few more then. We'll create a few more versions of the same kind of loop. We'll do one with, again, a different starting positions, different starting tone, just chosen at random, no filter, and then here we'll do like a phaser on it. Oop. What do you do exactly with this LFO? Which one? This one? Or this one? This is set to the pitch, to the coarse pitch, and having it tuned to the specific key. I tuned this to C# here, with this frequency here. What that does is it creates those gritty tones. That's what you get the bubbly effect from. These two LFOs down below here are set up in a way that they kind of emulate a chaos oscillator, like the Serum chaos oscillator, in that they just do like random stuff. They modulate each other's rate, and then this one also modulates the gate length, so we get different lengths of sounds, right? Different, what should I call it? Different gate amounts. So some sounds are very stabby and short, and some have almost like a longer release to it, I guess. It's just the length of the actual MIDI note for the arpeggiator up here. So it's not an actual release, but it's similar in terms of the way it like behaves in terms of rhythm. We'll do one with a flanger next. Doesn't really seem to matter what I do to the main tone. I'm never going to remember all of those names. What I have right now in terms of my references is one playlist I found for high tech by somebody. I have no idea who this is. Some girl named Laura apparently. Has a nice collection of songs, and I've on and off listened to some of this, but not a lot. I think all in all I've listened for like 10 hours in total to some high tech. I fell asleep on it once. But now we need to do the glitchy stuff, resampling all of this and re-glitching, or making sure that it's like glitched up and messed up and stuff like that. What I would like, by the way, why is this one so much longer than the rest? Every time. I don't know what the deal with that is. Ah, this broke. Ah. Why is this not working? That makes a lot of sense. Let's listen to this. It breaks again, doesn't it? This setup doesn't work. I was hoping that this would work. Ah, it's because it's too low. Ah, wait. You want them off 0% so it never hits the very low things. Hertz values. Okay. Which means that we have to remake these. But that's okay. We can make some variations. I do want them to have like different lengths every time. So we had one with just a high pass filter. We can go to the digital ethos, which was the one that we used for that. I guess we can get a little bit higher with that, like this. Nice. This one does have like length variations though, right? Yes, it's also very loud, that one. This needs to be like this and then like that. This is the one with the phaser. We can get tones pack with the phaser. That's still in there with all of the settings still saved, so that shouldn't be a problem. Oop. I'm offline, good luck with track. I'm super curious about how it turns out. I'll spend another few hours on stream, so hopefully you can watch it all back or something like that. Maybe I'll turn a bunch of this stuff that I'm making now into content. I have no idea if this is like good enough for my channel in terms of the sound design stuff that we're going to find. But either way, thank you for sticking around and all of the tips that you gave me so far. Do I want one more? Do we need one more? Not really. For what I want to do, we don't really need one more. I essentially want to create like an automated way of switching between which one is playing, which I think we can do by creating kind of a master effect rack, which is going to select one out of so many channels or things to send it to, and then we just apply mute to each of the tracks, which is triggered by our main thing. If I go here and I create my Max for Live, or I start with my Max for Live devices, I can use a router, right? Yes, so this maps to 4 different things. So this is going to work for 4 things. We want to send one to either 4 of these things. Then we can use an LFO map this here. Again, use a randomness, and then we'll create the same pattern as we had before. So it basically keeps the pattern. We go to 16 notes, and then an 8th note. There. And then the rest is 16 notes in here. Every time it triggers, it selects a different one, right? We can map all of these to mutes. So a mute is just like a utility that is all the way off. We want these to be off. We want the minimum to be 100% and the maximum to be 0%, so that whenever one is selected, it goes to 0% and therefore it turns off that utility, right? So what this does is we create 4 utilities which each mutes its own track, and we turn one of them off at the time. So just one sound is going to come through. This one is going to map to here. This is going to map to here. This is going to map to here. And this is going to map to here. Will we see a production stream like that for low bass, 130 BPM, E-clip or anatomy style? I find it the hardest style of sidetrance, at least for me. I might do something with that. I had another request for Antimony, blah blah blah. The name that you wrote in chat. They said I got another request to look at the bass line like that. It was just like a simple sliding bass, so I just wrote it in text and didn't bother with a tutorial. But it might be fun to explore someday with like a genre like that. Okay, so now we can resample that. It's not very clean sounding, right? 50, there we are. I guess this is the way to do it, right? And then maybe we beat repeat after this sometimes. I think the way that we want to set up a beat repeat is 1/4 and then let's give it like a 25% chance. There's gonna be some cool stuff in here, hopefully. I think it's maybe a bit too crazy. It seems to have some timing issues sometimes. Also, Ableton is starting to lag really, really hard at this point. Maybe it's the crazy sound design technique that I'm doing here, but it doesn't seem to like what I'm doing. I do like this bit, I like this bit. Let's fix this volume. I like this. I think this is how you do it, right? You collect all of the little snippets that you like, and then you recreate an arrangement from there. I do like this whole thing, actually. Maybe not together. We'll start with this, because this sounds very similar to this. I guess not. Does it need to be like a well-structured thing, or does it need to be complete chaos? I don't think we want like a complete kind of chaos thing to happen. We'll do like... And we can always record like new stuff from this, right? Even though we have the same samples, if we record again, we get a completely different arrangement on the same thing together with different glitch sounds. If we do like this. And then turn this off. Let's see what we like. I like this bit. Let's see, in terms of arrangement, might be really boring to have the glitch every time at the same space. And towards the end here. So we won't have it here then. Or here, I guess. Yeah, because that's already taken. But that means that this does need to be like here. This can be like a nice filler element almost. Here. Honestly, I think we can just play some random bits here and there. I need to make it double as long to start off with because we have the... we just only have 8 bars here. We need to do like 16 bars, or maybe even like 32 for this segment. So this is going to take a while. In terms of sound designing, it's not a very efficient way of doing things. Also, at some point I would like to have some more sounds, maybe. Which means we would need to find a different technique for the routing. Because this can only handle up to 4 things. I guess you can make new starting sounds. I guess you can input from here, from 49. This one. Nice, high tech. Yes. I'm trying. I know the title says that I'm the best, but that's not actually true. This is just me experimenting with different techniques. I want to like a gritty sound, like that. Okay. What if we do one where we remove the modulation from LFO2 and we just set this in the middle? Is there a way to remove modulations there? Has a little bit of a telephone feeling to it, I guess. You can make like a real telephone FM thing, I think, like this, right? That's kind of cool. Let's do with like a wavetable. There was another way to do like the telephone FM, which Ollie showed, but I don't remember. Maybe it was more like this. This is also cool though. What we can do now is we can just mix and match all of these and create different rhythms like that and different patterns like that. NES is trying to communicate. I'm pretty sure that the future of language will be more advanced sound design. At some point we'll all talk in serum presets to each other. Once the robots take over, all communication will be done in the form of FM. I mean, a lot of communication is already done in the form of FM, so we're not wrong there. Ooh. This is basically like Designer FM almost, with changing the shape in the LFO. It really doesn't like me zooming. Wavetable is the accent. But now I think the part of the point of music is precisely that it lacks meaning, semantic content. I don't exactly know what you mean by that. There's so many different types of music, it's hard to judge for me if there's like any meaning to it whatsoever. Right, in general. If you want to get philosophical, let's get philosophical. Speaking about getting philosophical, let's take this, yoink this over here for now, so we can record another 2 bits and bobs of this from there, right? Like so. Turn this off. It sounds like it's not working. Not the way that I intended to. There seems to be like timing issues almost. Or is that already from the waveform? No, it does switch here, right? Do you see that it switches here, waveform? That's not what I want. I think I know why that happens also. Because of the gating that we're doing. We have the gate to open maybe. Either way, we can extract a few of these things here. I guess I'm just going to go at random. It doesn't really matter. I do want a few of these kind of glitch versions, which I'll collect. I'm just going to throw all of these together and play some stuff in between. We'll just like fill up this area completely. With little regard to what's around it. Here I'll go and cut this. It doesn't really matter, does it, where we put the things? It's almost too much high-tech even for high-tech. Yeah, it's... Don't expect anything... I know the title is crazy, that I'm the best high-tech producer in the world, but that's a joke. I'm just experimenting here. That title is just meant for people to get curious and angry when they see it. And then for me to gather their attention and get them to click, right? It's clickbait. I'm gonna be honest. But good clickbait, I like it. It's attention grabbing, and that's the point. What I want to say is I don't actually know what I'm doing, so don't expect too much of me. Alright, we have our first bit of the pattern then. For example, something like this is like really too messy for what it is. I think it has to do with the fact that we have gate values that are more than 100%, so one kind of bleeds into the next. I would assume that we would need to do all of this again with the gate never going above 100%, which means that this goes like 70, I guess. Let's give the maximum offset. That's now 110. Ah, wait, I'm modifying the wrong thing. This one. 49. We don't want it to go above 110 or 99%. Or maybe even a bit lower than that. Let's go like 40, so it's like 80, so it has enough time to actually reset. Now it's good. Which means that we need to make all of these synths again. All of this stuff. Doesn't matter, this is a learning experience. Let's just record it and see what the waveform looks like. I want like staccato synths, I guess. I think I also want sometimes to have a quarter note. We just get like a long sustained version. It doesn't really matter where we put all of these things. As long as we keep this thing the same, right? So this now also needs to go to quarter notes. And then we duplicate this over. This is obviously not the final pattern, but this is going to be our first little synth here. We'll do another one of those telephone things that we did before, where you go like this and then have this go up, I guess with the basic shapes. This is kind of cool with that sine wave thing. Might have to lurk a bit, good luck. Thank you. There's no obligation of attendance. That's something I always say. You can just, if you want to... Hey, why does this fail again now? It's still so low that it gets like too low for it. These can go higher, by the way. Really high frequencies if we want. That's not an issue. Okay, now we can go do the basic shape thing. And then the trick was to do like this. And I guess with the high pass on it. Okay. We have 3 sounds here. We need another one for that. I'm just gonna get it. Actually, I want wavetables because wavetables are part of the... It does have this wavetable position that adds randomness to it. This is maybe a bit too much. Let's go. Funny that it actually works with the windows. We want this in there. That does look a little bit strange. I don't think I want one that's just one way. I guess we can go with something like this. Okay, here we have our first set, and then we can make our first glitchy version, I guess. Let's see if this works as intended now. Go like this, record on here. Not really. It isn't doing what I wanted to do. Do you hear how it's like clicking or changing like in the middle of the sound, almost? Like this is a 16 note, it should just be one sound. But clearly it's first the one of the synth sounds and then it's the other one, the sine wave. But it switches in the middle. And I don't know why. I was hoping that there was an easy way to randomize this process, because that's really where, if I do it manually, I can like do it manually, but then it's going to be predictable and boring. I don't know of any other way to do this though. I can test at least the theory of how it works. Let's quickly test this machine, right? The thing that we're using to randomize it. If I go with some white noise, some just like constant white noise, I can see when it turns off and on randomly. White noise, like this. We can record that to see if that lines up with the grid that we've set up here. And it doesn't. I know why. I know. We have... Does this do latency? This does latency. Ah. Add backup. It's recording latency. Add high tech. We'll temporarily delete this, and now it should hopefully line up if there's no other latency in here. And there still is. What else can be causing latency in this project? A full tool. Hello, Asset. Welcome. Or is it just the nature of this device? If I were to go here, I put this in current project. Here. Did you know you can just open them up like projects like this and it will just contain whatever you have? At least it should. Yeah, this is just this. Let's see if it still has the latency in there. It does. It still doesn't line up properly. And it's really far off because this is the quarter note. It should be here. Right, and now it lines up. And this is a problem because this latency comes after it does the noise thing. Let's remove everything that we can. Let's temporarily delete this. I really want to do like a minimal test for this device. Now this doesn't even line up with anything, right? Or it does. Yeah, it does now. But it was still slightly off with timing. Like a bar. Huh? Makes no sense. Is it because we're recording the group if we're recording the master? Or resampling? Huh? Now it's making stuff that's even longer than a beat. Might be this thing that is off. Or maybe I shouldn't be putting this on the group, but maybe like here. No, still not in time with the sequence here. It's just not doing what I wanted to do, basically. Okay, so for those that don't know what I'm on about, what I'm trying to do here, is I'm trying to get these four things to automatically select between one of the four tracks. Maybe I need to do it with the mute. That could be it. The actual track mute right here. Because the only way that I know how to do it is with an LFO, one of these. Hey, why are there two? Is there a difference? This is the normal one. This. Okay. And there also seems to be two routers now for some reason. We map this here. We set an input high and we move these. Right? Theoretically, it should only turn on ever one of these right now, which it's doing. So now if we set this to random and we time it, again, I need to set up the automation for this. 16 nodes, 8 note, 16, and then 8th note here, and then we'll do a quarter note here, which is how we had set it up before. Maybe this is the solution. Now it's not even playing all of them. But you guys all have sound, what? Ah, wait. I'm stupid. Yes, there's these things on there. It's still not going to work though. I think it's still not in time, is it? It is. Or is it? No. Hello, Florent. Welcome. You can see it still changes waveform halfway through, which makes no sense. I don't want you to do that. I just want you to chop up this in little parts, depending on which one I select. Once I have this like figured out, then we'll be able to go back into the original project and just implement it. I just need to test. Maybe it's the select that I'm looking for. Or this is one of many values to one output. No, it's definitely the router that I'm looking for, to route this one value to one of those. You can see it is turning on one of the tracks at a time. But I guess if you move it really fast while recording, it messes it up. But yeah, it should only change at those 16 notes. Right? Is there any random value generation in here? Oscillate send, oscillate monitor. Clocked. Gate, no. Arduino. I don't even know what that is. I was just hoping that this would just stay in time, but it's not. There's something strange about it. Sorry that I'm spending so much time experimenting on this thing. I know it's pretty boring. Let's save this and we'll open up the high-tech itself again. We'll find a different way and I'll just like manually cut it up and create the different sequences that I want. Okay. We have 4 things here. Can delete all of these. Can delete this, this, and this. I can delete this whole thing. We'll save the beat repeat and this for here. Oh, I need to bring back the processing. Right here. At least I can cut them up together as one. We'll do like half the thing here. And now we need to arrange this randomly. I'm literally just going to drag and drop different things on this track. I'll have a few of the same ones like in the same spot, but now we have something like this, I guess. We do have 16 bars worth of stuff in here. We can just randomly arrange this. There's probably a faster way of doing things like this. And I'm also probably not really randomizing it. But that doesn't really matter, does it? For the sounds that we're creating right now. If I can basically just stack this up. Is there a good quick way to randomize things like this? I don't think there is, right? I guess now what we can do... I need to keep every single sample in here though. I guess now what we can do is we can move a few of these out of the way. Because you do want to keep a few of them for later. Also some of the bigger ones. But we can start by just moving one of these down below. And then moving the rest of them in there. This might add to the randomness of it. I should also start using more of the top ones in there somewhere. This one can fill up that gap. We have one of these that can fill the gap here. We can move here and then maybe move this in that little gap there. Doesn't fit yet. Now it should fit perfectly. And we just build up the sequence like this, right? That one fits there, this fits here, there, here. As said, it's completely at random, and that's kind of the point of these kind of sequences, if I understand things correctly. There's probably better ways of doing these things, but I don't know them. We are already more than halfway done, so that's okay. Move this up another bit. We have very little of the last one left for here. Does that matter? I don't think so. We'll listen to the end result at the once I'm finished. I don't want to be influenced into making changes to it right now. As I said, I just want this to be like a randomly reproducible sequence. What I could probably do is keep everything in synthesis and then use an instrument rack, actually, if I think about it a bit. Because in an instrument rack you can do these kind of switching back and forth, right? Okay, so now we just need to fill up that area, apparently. It does look like we're left with a lot of stuff. That shouldn't be the case. I do have a lot of 16 notes in this last bit. I kind of went all in with all of the other ones, the 8th note and the quarter notes. We can pull some of those back maybe, if we need them. But we're going to apply the beat repeat on here as well, so maybe that will help. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have a lot of 16 notes in the beginning here. Either way, we're going to put this all together and zero this. Let's play with some beat repeat glitchiness. I think I'm gonna do 2. One of it is gonna be like this, with a slow chance. And then we'll have a half interval of 32 notes. I don't like it. There must be a better way of doing this kind of thing. Like, to me this sounds a lot better, right? Also because we have more stuff in here. Maybe you need to do a little bit of dynamics processing on here before that. Here we'll go with 100% the possibility of doing this beat repeat. We turn the other ones off, I guess. And then back on here, and this one just needs to be off there, so that it just adds that one tone. Hello Lion, welcome. Long time no see on my channel actually. Would it be cool to do a key change here at this point? This is kind of cool. I do like it going down 2 semitones there for a beat. Takes a lot of time to get them in order, yes. But I like the sound now it's layered on top of this one here, or the sequence that we have there. It has been 2 hours of streaming, and all of these 4 sounds combined took like 10 minutes. I think this took over an hour, this one long soundbite here, because of the sound design technique that we decided to implement and didn't work. I think for here I want to revert back to like the more classical sounds here, but we can make the kind of sounds that we were making for this sound, but just keep them in MIDI and add some randomization and modulation along the way, and have that as like the main way that we do the glitchiness and all of that stuff. I do want to take a quick break from this and then get back to it. What I'll do is I'll put on the other track that I made for the challenge, which I have here, the high-tech challenge that we did a while back ago. Why is this in here? Doesn't need to be there. You just put this in here. This is my first like real experiment with high-tech, so it's not really good, I think. Either way, I hope you enjoy it. I've put this on before. This is one of the things that I made during the first challenge. So I'm going to take a quick break, 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll be back. And then we'll produce some more on this stuff, do some more work, hopefully be more productive. Have I tried Sig Noise Instruments? They make contact VSTs dedicated for high-tech. I only have the contact player. If it works with the contact player, then I would like to try it, but if it doesn't, then I cannot try it, obviously, because I only have the player version. I need to get the full version at some point.
Universe.
So this is my first experiment with like high tech. It does sound a bit crazy, but I don't think it's like the best. As I said before, I haven't really dived deep into the subgenre, which is something that I want to do because I really like it. I'll just let this play out and then we'll get back into this other production here. I mean, it doesn't sound bad, but it's not really the kind of traditional high-tech, I guess. There's some like offbeat stuff in there and some other more mainstream elements, I would say. Also, it has apparently too much delay for high-tech. Something that I learned is that there's not a lot of delay on high-tech sounds. Like, what I've done here is almost no delay. Only this one has delay, I think. And the other ones, I guess this one as well. But they're also like, they should be a lot lower. This one is a lot lower, this one isn't. What should I do here? Should I go back into an atmosphere or should I instantly go back or instantly go into other synths? I'm thinking one atmospheric part here and then going back into the like full speed stuff. I don't know, is it like normal to just build up and then just to have your hi-hats all the way through the whole track? Or is there still kind of like an energy flow throughout the whole thing? I don't know. I'm just gonna write this the way I want to, I guess. Atmosphere will start here. I want to do something again with some bandpass stuff, I guess. Ah, this is turned off. By the way, Silion, did I send you my wavetable back? I did. Now that you're here, I sent you the wavetable pack. If you want to use all of these wavetables, there's a discount code on your Discord for them. Because here what we can do is go down like this. And then have a very long delay on there. Nice big reverb on this. So this is like the atmospheric part again. And then we'll do a big fill over here, so 2 bars. Which I can do with another build-up fill here. do another reverse kick right there. Should we also start with a new bass melody in this part, since we're going back into like synths? I guess we can do that. Let's make like a 2-bar melody. Is that, do they do that in like high tech? Do you do octave jumps? It doesn't really sound that good. Yes, this is better. To install PC, switching to Linux was a bad idea. Yeah, that's, if you don't know what you're doing when installing Linux, it's rough. We had to have like a whole course on the when I was in high school doing computer science to actually get it to work and install and work it properly. Crazy Astronaut does octave jumps. I don't like the sound of it on this one. Maybe it's the bass line is already in C sharp, so maybe it's not good for that. I do like this though. What we can do is go lower here on the second version, and then you get something like this. We're gonna do another fill here, so this just plays once, and then we stop here. Why is there a click here? There's a click there. Why? We also have the other one, which is 5-7 at the end. Perfect. No, there's no click. This is nice. We go up here again. We can use the same effects actually on these two things. And what I'll do then is stop here. Have this off. This is going to be like a riser thing then. And we'll also turn off Cloud Seed there. Because it's safer and more widely used in the coding world. If you're gonna run Linux, I would recommend doing it on a separate install, right? So that you do like 2 partitions. Okay, let's set up our system again for those sins. Like this. I did not know it's so limited. It is very limited. Yes. You want to use it on a separate partition because there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't work. If you're doing anything other than like coding, where it's specifically designed for, because there's a lot of different distributions of Linux, right? Each one is kind of like is designed for its own thing. Like you have the Arch stuff that has a lot of like networking tools and maybe even what some people would call like hacking tools and stuff like that. Then you have the Debian distributions, which are like programmer focused, I think. Depending on which type you use, it's only really good for that one thing. Seeing as we're still in the atmosphere part. Hello QRAM. Welcome, welcome. Here we can do like basic rhythm like this. You can go, for each note you go one longer. Gives a cool building up effect. And then obviously we have to get our drums back. That's all nice and properly aligned, which is nice. I actually leave the drums in there, so that's another difference between these two sections. Might be cool to do some like overlapping small instrument or small segments instead of just having one synth that's playing over and over again. Maybe here we go with the flanger thing. This one here. Maybe this can be like almost like a main element of this part here. You just go like this. Did you finish it and mastering it today? No. No, there's no way I'm going to get to finishing and mastering this track. Make this more stereo. By the way, welcome. I'm sorry I didn't say that earlier. Welcome to the stream. We got a lot of people here earlier today. Now everybody is gone again. Everybody has other things to do, I guess. Which is okay, I don't mind. But you can see from the amount of likes that there have been a lot of people that have already passed by. Okay, no, that's not really the tone that I'm looking for. It is the idea. Maybe this is a good one for what I want to do here, which is like two steps like this. So that means that we need another synth here. This is a lot of work in terms of sound design, but I'm getting really fast at getting the kind of tone that I want. It's not all like traditional high-tech, I would say. Hello, Cookie Slayer. Cookies Slayer. That's hard to say with the double S. You guys are... I know I'm butchering a lot of names, but you guys don't make it easy on me, okay? Can do some cool stuff with vital as well, maybe. If I go in here and do like a bandpass, a nice bandpass sweep, maybe like this one, and then while I'm doing the bandpass, I also go phase disperse it. Phase disperse, there. Go like this. What if we stay at this very high part here? I guess this and this then. Hello, Jonas. Jonas or Jonas? Is it the Dutch pronunciation or the English one? I do like this new part here. This one is maybe a bit too loud right now. We'll copy some of these over, and with some of the other ones, it's almost like a question and answer structure here now. So we'll have like a different but similar idea. Here there should be, yes. Nice little tonal thing there, I guess. A little bit of detail in here. If we layer that up with some of these faster sounds here, we'll make a few more later on as well, obviously. I like that. Let's just know that works in like the context. We should probably listen from here. Okay, so then this also is gonna go here, but obviously with different like modulations. Would it be cool to do like a delay trick here? I know delay is like not common. But we can do like this, right? Here and here. From what I know about high-tech, delay is not that common in high-tech itself. We have this in here. We'll play around again with this sound. That's sharp. Or is there... There's no automation on this yet. Let's add some more sounds to this. I've been using a lot of my own stuff, but I also recommend the Dada wavetables. I don't think these were made specifically for high-tech, but they are maybe a little bit better for high-tech, although looking at this... Ah. This is like a very slow one. This is some crazy granular stuff. I don't even know how you do that looking at the waveform, because it's like the waveform is coming into existence from a few positions. Like sound design wise, how would you achieve that? I don't know. Either way, I've been using a lot of my own stuff because I know it, right? For those who don't know, I recently released a wavetable pack. The other product that is surprisingly working very well that I never had like envisioned working for high-tech is my tones pack. Because you can just get a tone, get something like this, you throw on the bandpass, and then it's just a matter of staying in like the high frequencies. And that's like the most basic high-tech synth, and whichever tone you use, you're gonna get slightly different versions of it. I guess here we can do like a longer version of this. Maybe bring some Bob Marley vocal samples. I would need to find some. Actually, I'll make this longer up until here so that we can repeat this 8th note at the exact same spot. I think that will sound better. If I'm going to release this track, which I'm not sure if I will, at least it's not going to go on the projector. If it's going somewhere, it's going on Experimenter. Which for those that don't know, Experimenter is a project I recently started, which allows me to put out all of the stuff that I do in terms of challenges, when we do challenges together every other Sunday. If you don't know that, you should join in. Challenges are fun, and basically we produce together. Experimenter is something that I started recently. You can see it's just like a blank channel, and the goal is that I have somewhere to post my stuff that I do that is like experimental and not really normal projector stuff. Okay, so this doesn't really work here. Here I'm going to put another sound that kind of breaks this up. We'll go with like a nice strong comb filter, I guess. You can do like another sweep. And here I have another idea. I want to get a few crashes in here first of all, because otherwise I'm gonna forget. Here I want to do like a telephone lead again. So the way that I saw it being done, the telephone lead, the other time that we did it was you untune BPM 34.6 and then you make like a shape like a square, and that's gonna go to here. And then you probably don't want a saw wave. Hello Thomas, welcome. Nice to see so many different people show up today. Normally it only really happens for the challenge or feedback streams. But it seems people really enjoyed this production as well. It is the title, I think that's it. Everybody is getting angry at the title because they are actually the best sidetrends or the best high-tech producer there is, and not me. Which is clear from what we're doing here, obviously. This is a really cool synth. Yes, for feedback there is the most people. Confidence is key for success. It is. The whole point about the title is that it makes people angry or it makes people curious, and then they click on it, either to tell me that that's not the case or stuff like that. That's the whole idea behind it. Obviously, it's like a joke, right? It's never really going to work. But I thought it would be funny to just mention it like that. And here we can use this one again. Now that we've introduced it, I want to use it again. There's a lot of like videos and news articles that actually use that tactic, right? There's a lot of... It's kind of like a clickbait, but not really, because you're not really provoking anyone in, like, how would I say that? It's like you're working on somebody's emotion. You should learn from crypto YouTube channels. Yes. Somebody please change my... Oh no, that's Twitch thing. If you have mods, the Twitch people can change your title. Otherwise I have to do it myself. I can change it to Elon Musk makes high tech while talking about cryptocurrencies. One of those like scam channels when they hack a channel, what they recently did to Eclip, right? Where they just take the channel and they put on some random live stream where Elon Musk came on like 2 years ago. And it's always the same like podcast thing. And it's just, there's like 2 links in the chat. And then once you click it, it's like, give us so many Bitcoin and we'll double it within 24 hours. And it's the easiest scam of all time. This part is still a little bit empty. I need to start adding effects in here as well. We can make a visor for this. I'm automated the wrong thing. Ah. This one. That's fairly basic. I want to add a strong like flanger to it. It's like going up as well. Maybe the -1. I have a question. I just bought a new PC, but I already used my 2 Ableton licenses. Someone no issue, forget one more license. To be honest, I am still on my like 2nd license as well, so I've never had that issue. There must be a way to disable a license from one computer so that you can re-enable it and then use it on a different computer. I think. I highly doubt that you have 2 installations maximum of Ableton and then that's it. I don't think that that would be the case. I think I also want a background synth in here, seeing as we're going for like a high energy thing. This is one thing too long. I'll just go like with a simple bandpass plug thing again. Not the one that we made before, I want a different one. Let's see, get some kind of gritty tone started and then you put your bandpass on there. You can mix tones together. One of the ones that might work well is the one that we had before with the very high stuff. I can find that again. And I didn't give them name, I only gave them numbers. because my idea was that it would be very nice to have the numbers so that you could just kind of choose at random and you wouldn't be tied to having to learn which one it is. But now I am specifically looking for a specific tone that I used before, which is this. What? It's this one, right? No, this one. 7/6. This one, yes. We need something from here. I also want to I think a cool trick we can do is add a note on random 1 here, 1 directional and then 100, right? Or maybe 50 is. Yes. And then you do a band pass. And this obviously should be the other one. Let's see if we can work that in some of the first part here as well. I think this one also should have a little bit of reverb. Gonna go with a small reverb for this one. We'll do the final sound in this bit and then this is completely finished, I think. Here we can actually use those bird things that we saw before, those bird wavetables from the data pack. Number 2 birds and stuff, one of these. I don't think I like this one repeating, because that's a little bit too much. Guess it should be a bit longer. Does mean that now here we're missing a lot of sound. So we'll do one more. It's almost like I'm addicted to sound design at this point with the amount of sounds that I just put out here and quickly made. How long have I been doing this? This has been an hour. Within an hour I made all of this stuff, plus all of this stuff, plus this whole structure. The hour before that I made this sound. This is just one sound that we spent like an hour on trying to fix and get right, and I mean it's complex, but it's not anything crazy. Don't worry about time, enjoy what you do. Yes, of course. I'm not like mad that it took so long. I was hoping that it would result in a cool sound design technique, because that's really the reason why I'm doing this, is so that I can have enough content for future short videos, because I want to again start posting shorts. So I need to do a lot of sound design to get all of the ideas for all of the stuff that I can put in the shorts. So I'm not worried like that I'm throwing away my time, because at the end of the day I'm going to convert this into a whole bunch of content, which is good. But to be honest, most of the sound design that we did was select the tones from the tone pack and then do some filtering on it or something like that. Right? Like even like this thing. I think if we just put like a filter like this. That already sounds very, very cool. Not a lot of extra stuff that needs to be done. A little bit of stereo. I think this needs... Let's do like a... -5. We don't need that. I want to remove any echo that's going to be here. There's going to be more echoes in this part, right? Like this one. Oh, actually there's not any other delay in there. That's nice. Little kick glitchy kind of thing. Of course, can't forget about the reverse kick that needs to be like everywhere. And I think I want to do another segment of this place here. I don't know if this is like standard, but it feels to me like having one part atmospheric and then 2 parts big synth hype moment, all of the crazy stuff going on. That sounds really good in terms of progression. I don't think that I want to just continue to repeat that pattern over and over again. But we'll experiment here. I do want this to be longer, because I really enjoy what's happening here. So now I need to write this part out like horizontally, right? Instead of vertically with more stuff. Maybe I'll add some few more sounds here and there, but I basically want to write another segment from the same elements. Oh, there's no MIDI here. That's why the headset's doing this. Maybe one of the things that I'm still missing is a few extra interesting drums, right? Because you often hear like almost trap snares and stuff like that, and percussions in there, a lot of high-end stuff. At least that's what I was hearing when I'm listening to like Deepigus, who's not here at the moment, I think. But he makes very, very complex drops and stuff. I believe I have like trap snares in here somewhere. Cymatics. Do I? Vocals. So if I add this back. This one. Right? Try. High-tech snare is a distinct sound. I mean, not like the main snare, but like these little like roll things that you often hear. Or at least that I've heard before. I guess higher pitch. I also want this to contain stereo information because it's not like the main drum. Isn't it something like that, where you do like random rolls like this? I know it's probably not the best sample, but the sample I can change. It's the idea, right? That you have this short, snappy snare every once in a while that just does like a little bit of an extra roll or a little bit of extra interest. It's room reverb, a little bit of chorus, and frequency cuts and mid-range. Frequency cuts and mid-range. I can do the room reverb real quick. Let's go with like recording room. Small, something excited. That sounds nice. Yeah, that's a nice washing kind of reverb. I'll get the chorus here. The fullness one, or this one. Is it something like this? Frequency boost 800 to 1000 hertz. Here. View. I think I just want to do this one here. Right? Cyphers, by the way, welcome. Nice to see you. I like it sounding like this, where it's not starting and stopping at the beat. I might do something similar here with this one. Maybe just like 2 before it so that it announces it, right? And obviously then it would continue like this. But I first want to completely like, finish this part off. How long have I been streaming for? I have been streaming for quite a while, and at 9 o'clock I do have to do something. I am just going to probably continue this track on the next stream. I really enjoy this production so far. It's obviously a lot different from what I usually do. But I'll see if I can just completely write this off and then finish it, and then obviously I can release it really quickly. The fun thing about Experimenter, which is where I'm going to be releasing this, my secondary, like second channel, second page almost, is that I can just push it out. I don't have to worry about scheduling anything. For Projector, I need a month and a half between everything being finished, like artwork and the track. Those are the two main things. And me being able to actually like schedule it and push it out there. For this, it takes me half an hour. Not even, like 10 minutes. I just hit upload, put in the title, and then it's done, right? Like yesterday I put 4 tracks on there. So this is almost, it's like a scratch pad version of what I like to do. So for those that don't know, there's the extra link, also Projector. It's a secondary thing. I've called it Experimenter because obviously it's all of the experimental stuff that I do. And it's where I'm going to be posting all of the challenge stuff that I make during the challenges. If I ever like finish a track during a challenge, then I'll put it on there, which is where those 4 tracks come from. Other than that, is there anything else that I need to say? Yes, tomorrow, very cool video. I have Psytrance for Beginners, where for about 25 minutes I just talk and chat. There's no DAW, there's no nothing. I just chat about the kind of mindset and production, or the ways, the mindset and the ways that you need to improve music production. So focusing a little bit more on beginners. What I'm planning on doing, which I'm not 100% sure on how I'm going to do it, is I want to do like a beginner course for Psytrance, which would be almost like everything you need to know to get into the position where you can start watching my masterclass and it just makes sense. So it's like a precursor to my masterclass. Obviously as an advertisement for the masterclass, so that people who want to learn more can continue studying the masterclass and continue to grow that way. But I obviously need to plan all of that out. This is like the first video on that, just to check out if there's a lot of people that actually want a series like that. If there's a lot of interest for a series like that. Other than that, I've started to make shorts again, so there's going to be a lot of short content coming out. Speaking about masterclass, the thing just popped up. If you're interested in learning more about Psytrance and you think that I'm a good teacher, then there's 24 hours of edited video footage that you can watch there, as well as the full edition, which includes project files and stamps if you want to explore it a little bit more. Either way, that was the stream for today. I hope that I am able to do another one and keep up my promise of doing actually 2 streams during the week in between the Sunday streams that I usually do. Thank you, Sideline. I'll quickly copy that link over so that I can check that out. I can just join this on the end. 0.04. This snare is lovely. I'll have a listen to that after the stream. I have to go now because I will be editing and I actually need to film some stuff. So yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for sticking by here, me experimenting a little bit with a new subgenre. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.